YouTube, what up, man? Sad day here, but we're back with another video. I'm a little late. Don't mind me. I hadn't been playing it. I've been grinding out on some Call of Duty, but XDEFIANT is officially shutting down June 3rd, 2025. They already planning on sunsetting everything. They're still going to be putting out season 3. That's still going to be coming out soon. But people that have gotten the Ultimate Founders packs, anybody that's purchased anything from November 3rd, will be able to receive refunds within up to 8 weeks. So if you're already in the process, if you've been done with it or whatever, and you've still purchased things in that time frame, just be worried that you will be receiving a refund for all the money that you did put into it at that time. But it is sad, man. Unfortunately, from some devs and everything, that they just didn't have the player retention that they were hoping for. The issue is they tried so hard to compete with Call of Duty versus just being their own reputable brand. And we've seen this a lot with Ubisoft. There's been a lot of layoffs. There's been a lot of cutoffs from dev teams, games being canceled completely. And at some point, Ubisoft's probably just going to cut it. I think the only thing that they have left at this point is Rainbow Six Siege. That's really keeping people going in the Far Cry series. For Honor, I don't know how many people really still play that, but apparently they think that's good to continue pushing forward. Again, I don't know personally. I haven't played For Honor and since it came out within that first few months of it first releasing, but apparently they're still putting content out for that. That apparently is something they still want to keep going. But this being a free to play, they feel like it wasn't doing what it needed to. It wasn't doing what they felt was necessary to keep developing for the game. And it's sad because they were finally starting to get things going in the right direction. And netcode had finally started seeing a drastic improvement from where it had been previously. So things were slowly getting better. New maps, weapons were getting ready to come out again. Again, the new season, they were still talking about adding in the Assassin's Creed characters as well. I would hope that even in this time frame, let's say, you know, season 3 comes out and player retention goes sky high because people don't want it to go, because again, SBMM has completely destroyed, I feel like, a lot of first-person shooters. You look at Call of Duty and the player retention there, it's going to be higher just because it's Call of Duty. But the cheating and the hacking that's going on consistently within ranked plays and everything of that nature, it really deters a lot of people away from just constantly playing the game. And you can get really burnt out very easily dealing with the same exact thing constantly. And that was one of the breath of fresh air that XDEFIANT had, was no SBMM. You could just go in, play the game. Every lobby was going to be something different. You're either going to pub stomp or you're going to get beat. You still had your rank play. Hacking wasn't crazy, but there was still hacking in it. But it was reduced, you know, and a lot of that also came down because of the player base had dropped, unfortunately. But they didn't just let the community down, or Ubisoft didn't just let the game down, but we as players kind of let the game and the devs team down, unfortunately, because the player retention just wasn't that good. Now, I will say, if you're planning on playing this, you again have until June 3rd to play. Just so you do know, everything is unlocked right now. So if you hadn't played it in a while, you were grinding, but then you just kind of took a step back and started playing other games, you can get on here right now and you can literally just use any of the skins, any attachments that you hadn't had before, and any weapons that you may have thought about using. You can do that. As you can see, I have the master skin on here and it's on level 403. They have unlocked anything that you could have purchased. All the skins are available for you to use. There apparently was liquid amber skin here that I think they were probably getting ready to add in for next season for the next mastery skin, probably at level 600 would probably be what it was going to be. And unfortunately, we won't get to see that be a thing, but you know, it is what it is. They may still add it just because that last season is going to be coming out, so that's highly possible. So the plan here is, first, make sure to leave a like on the video, pay your respects to XDEFIANT, subscribe if you're new. I try to upload as much as possible playing Call of Duty 2K. We were playing XDEFIANT. Battlefield is coming back into rotation. Delta Force is going to be in the rotation, and we're even bringing back Call of Duty Mobile, and I know a lot of my subscribers have started really enjoying that at one point, so be sure to subscribe. And also, if you don't see my name up above me right here or down there in the socials down at the bottom, kick.com/AyeDeon. We live stream every single morning on Kick, unless further, you know, letting y'all know ahead of time beforehand. Make sure to come by. You can also subscribe there for $4.99. receive 95% of your subscription. The other 5% just goes to processing fees. So come through, check it out. Plan here is we're just gonna jump into some games, get our last bit of time in playing the game, man, and hopefully y'all enjoy the content. Again, it was fun. The game had a lot of potential, but unfortunately it just got to a point that it didn't maintain the player base that it was hoping to. Also, you gotta think the game didn't have really any promotion like that. Their biggest promotion was social media, and social media's promotion was literally the COD killer when it first started, which I think really deterred it away from what it should have been as being just a different brand of shooter while still maintaining its own core identity. And I think that really set in motion what it shouldn't have done. If you were going to look to be competition, build your own self up first. I also think, honestly, they put this game out way too early. But there was so much hype behind it with the betas and the alphas and everything that was posted on social medias that it felt like it was kind of forced out for everybody to have to just join in and play. Which, again, not necessarily just the fault of their own, but the community really clamored for it. They knew there was no SBMM. They knew it was a different playing field to be able to hop in here and try to enjoy a game that was outside of the norm from Call of Duty. And unfortunately, it just didn't happen for them. And it really sucks because, again, the game had so much potential. I still think it has the potential to be something good if they just allowed them to keep building it. They finally, again, started getting netcode right. Hit registration was looking better. Movement was nerfed down from previous updates, but it wasn't game breaking to where it wasn't enjoyable. Like, the game was still fun at the end of the day. It was still manageable to play. You could still be a movement king out here still at the end of the day. Mouse input started to get better. Controller input was getting better. It was the little things that made it to where you could still enjoy a video game like a Call of Duty, but not being Call of Duty. I go and I look at people like J Bone the Man, who has pushed hella content for this game, who really was enjoying the game, and, you know, constantly still to this day does open lobbies, and he's going to be doing open lobbies with everybody until the end of this game cycle completely between this and Call of Duty. I may still play this some more as well, just to get a different change of pace, you know, from playing Call of Duty consistently or anything else. But it sucks, man. I feel like we were all let down in a sense, unfortunately, and it's hard to put into words like what you would think about something like this closing down when, again, you weren't playing it consistently, but every time you hopped on it was like, damn, I'm having fun. And that's being taken away because of the fact that it's just not worth it anymore for the dev team, or to Ubisoft, I should say, because the dev team was still pushing as hard as they could. They were still taking feedback in. They were still pushing the envelope with the game, and just turned into something that Ubisoft said, nah, we don't want to do that anymore. And that in itself really does stink. It does. So what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to enjoy the game. We're going to
let's make it happen.
Spend some time making things happen. Let's have some fun. You know, to finish out the game cycle, let's have some fun, man. Let's put in some work. We got a level 243 in here, 143. We've got some grinders that have been on this game for forever. Let's try and get a dub one time for the one time. But again, game I still wish they would put a little bit more time and effort into it. I think if they don't, let's say season 3 comes out, and with season 3 coming out, they decide, you know what, We've heard your feedback. We feel like maybe it's best that we don't take this away from you guys. And because of that, we're going to see kind of how the player base does over this time frame, right? For season 3. Let's say they do that and player base just skyrockets. Do you think that they keep the game in? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that they decide, you know, we're not going to pull the plug because there's still too many people that really enjoy the game? Do you think that happens? If that happens, I think a lot of people would be happy about it. But then the problem with that is they're going to have to maintain it after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that player base has to continue to thrive, and if it doesn't, you know, it's gonna destroy itself at the end of the day doing that. Because you're gonna go from, why is my mini map not even rotating? I have to fix that. Gotta fix that. Gotta fix that. Where is the mini? Yep. Gameplay. There we go. Had to fix that up. But yeah, if they do that, the issue again by doing that is they have to find a way to maintain that number. They have to find a way to continue to build the player base. They're gonna have to market it in some fashion. It's bad enough because they didn't market it a lot to begin with. Again, they were just relying on social media to kind of push it, which it worked. But in that aspect of it working, it was also a detriment to them as well. I heard you. Oh. Like, I'm also gonna switch guns here in a second because I never got to actually look at the pyroclastic skin before, and now I can because of course they unlocked everything now. But yeah, like even right now, like I'm having to like try to figure out my settings again because everything had reset at some point from whatever update I had to do. But like I'm enjoying playing it just right now. Like even if not for long, even if it's just for this video, or if I decide, you know what, I'm gonna play it a little bit longer after I'm done with this video. I might play it on stream or something like that, just to finish out. Who knows? I might honestly just think I'm gonna keep this game downloaded. And we'll play it on stream some more. So if y'all still playing XDEFIANT up until it's done, man, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think now that the game is gonna be shutting down. Let me know if you're still gonna be playing it up until it's done, or if you're done with it now that they've already announced it, man. Let me know down below what you guys are thinking about the news so far. Like, as you can tell, like I'm still vibing. I'm still enjoying the game. I guess what I have now is my music just decided to cut out on me over here for whatever reason. I want to hear some tunes while we play some more here. There's some beats. My aim is still a little abysmal. second one. Like this skin right here for this ACR is also a skin that you had to purchase. You literally had to purchase this skin, but it's also available for you to use. So any skin that you were able to purchase, any skin that you would grind for the mastery camos and stuff like that, is available right now to use for absolutely free. So if you hadn't purchased them before, go check them out, because this will be the last bit of time that you'll have. So we have about 6 months and a half, 7 months left. Again, up until June 3rd will be the last time that it'll be available to you guys, man. Now, another thing I am curious about is, where does this put, you know, the thought process of SBMM now? Because now you have a game that promoted not having any SBMM, that is being shut down, and player retention is low. And that's been the biggest thing that Call of Duty is like clamored about, is the fact that these games need SBMM to keep player retention, keeps people interested, yada yada yada. And this further just puts it in perspective that that's just what they're going to continue to think at the end of the day. So now the emphasis on SBMM that a lot of people are trying to push away from, in actuality, has to stick around. Or feel like has to stick around in order to keep players invested and happy and all that good shit. I think that's a blow, because SBMM, while I think has its perks for some people, is a detriment to a lot of others. Like, let's say you're not that good of a player and you start having like great games, and then you get that one game that comes up because of skill-based matchmaking, and it's going to be for at least 2 or 3 rounds, where you just either decide I can't play this lobby, or I have to leave this lobby, or I can't perform in this lobby because I'm going triple negative, because they decided to put me against Nade Shot and Scump in this lobby I'm in now. I feel like that's a detriment to a lot of different people. And then you also take consideration, if you play zombies, you play Warzone, you do good in those modes, and you just want to hop in multiplayer for a little casual games and stuff like that, good luck, because those modes also contribute to your skill-based matchmaking, which is crazy how that even is a thing. I've never understood that. It was the same way in MW3. I believe it's the same way in MW2 if you were doing like DMZ and things like that, that has something to do with it too. It's weird. A lot of what is happening with gaming now, especially for games like this, there should be so much more leniency for a lot of people. Keep those, if you're gonna do skill-based matchmaking, at least keep things separate. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep things to a minimum to where they're not, you know, destructive to the thought process, that it's not gonna destroy people's wants to play your game. And I think that is where there has to be a fine line to determine what's good, what's bad for the health of the games, that maybe a lot of people weren't considering before. But that's just my opinion. If y'all enjoyed this video, man, leave a like, comment down below, let me know what you think about the news of XDefiant shutting down, man. Also, let me know if you're still gonna be playing it for the time being. I think I'm gonna keep this downloaded in the rotation. I think we might give it a shot for a little bit longer. Try to see who else is out there still, who's still playing, who's still grinding, man. Thank y'all for watching this video. Be sure to come follow us, kick.com/AyeDeon. It's also available in the description for y'all to come through. Check it out. You get full screens, you get music, the emotes, all that good stuff. And I'll catch y'all next video, man.